Lords and ladies, how you all doing? This is Connor. We're coming to you with a new Let's Play. Total War Warhammer 2 just came out, and it is basically the Squeakquel, folks. Well, how's the Squeakquel? No, we're not talking about Alvin and the Chipmunks. No, sir. We're actually going to go to a campaign, going to start a new campaign. And screw all these guys. Despite the fact that it's an all-new campaign here, we have High Elves, which are kind of like all the good guys, which are disgusting. Ugh. We have Lizardmen. Cold-blooded things which have dinosaurs under their command. Pretty fantastic, pretty darn cool. We have Dark Elves led by the Lord Malekith over here, and this guy's insanely good. But they are basically everything that you know, the High Elves are not. They are cruel, they are cunning, blah 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 blah. But last we have the Skaven. The Skaven giant ratmen. I'm super excited for this because, well, just because. We're not going to go over the campaign introduction. We're just going to jump right on in. And to do that, folks, we're going to leave this on hard. We're going to take Con Moors over here with Queek Headtaker. As opportunities for him, Warp Fire Throwers, he gets Rat Ogres, and he gets Storm Vermin Halberds. You may not know what those are. I'll tell you all about the Skaven as we start moving forward here. Let's just jump right in and see what happens. Here we go.
Deep under the world, they chitter and plan. Watching, waiting. When they emerge, it is a nightmare vision. The Skaven, a ravenous horde of verminous ratmen. They gnaw at the roots of the world like an infected wound. They mean to rule over ruins, for such is the will of their god, the great horned rat. Only the island home of the High Elves has remained unscathed. And at its center is the Great Vortex. A swirling maelstrom that siphons chaos from the world. The Skaven covet its vast power with envious, beady red eyes. The twin-tailed comet is oft seen as an omen, but this time its wake has disturbed the winds of magic. In the secret halls of the Under-Empire, the Council of 13 has gathered. A time to scheme of opportunity.
I killed dwarf things in Pillar City. No! Clan Moors go to Southlands. Hunt for Warpstone. Moors are puppet minion. Pestilence infest Lastria. Yes. But all Warpstone for Council plan. Come, scribe slave. Work to do. Comet makes elf things weak. Council wants power of the vortex. Just as prophecy demands. So it's true. You read markings on the black pillar. Then you know we must find the Screaming One. Find out how to control the vortex. Oh yes, master. But a large tribute of Warpstone will that demon require if we summon him. Return to your assigned clan. Harvest Warpstone. Yes, most precipitous of masters. And flay yourself, your impertinence. Oh, it will be done, your worship.
Well, guys, here we are in the campaign. I hope you enjoyed that initial part right there. So how they play. Skaven are not ordinarily visible to other races, appearing instead as uninhabited ruins. Heroes can scout them to see if they're actually abandoned. So we also require food. That's what this bar is up here. So, well, we can consume food as well as really everything else. So normal food levels, we can get more growth. If we have a lot more, we get better leadership and awesome like things like that. Plentiful, even more so. But if we're negative, well, then things get rather negative for us. And finally, we can spread corruption where they settle, so I lower public order over time, but I gain additional uses of the menace below, which is me basically being able to pull troops out from underground. So, mission being set here. Okay, so create a lair. Make it better. Create a lair. See what goes on. So this is Uatech. This is our only area here. We can go and make a lair, which gives us... This gives us an opportunity to bring in more of a garrison, so Clan Rat Spears, Clan Rats with Shields, Skaven Slaves, and Night Runners. And it unlocks the ability to bring in Skaven Slaves, which is pretty darn awesome. Now, you will notice as well that this interface looks different from the first one. We're no longer really concerned about turning back chaos. Instead, we have to do these rituals, which will slowly allow us to do this noisome binding. And dear God, I can't even tell you at the end of this. Interesting. Interesting. So we're not soiled just yet. And the further and further we go down in terms of public order, well, the more ugly it's going to get for our opponents. So this is Queek Headtaker. He's just your normal kind of melee lord. Decent armor, decent leadership. Not great, mind you, just like middling all around. He's a duelist, which means he can definitely fight with other enemy heroes pretty easily. He's got Storm Vermin Halberd, which are really good. Kind of looks like anti-large and charge defense troops. In the tabletop, they are essentially what you're looking for. Clan Rats, these are just meat shields, as you can see here. They're like peasants. It's, you know, that's really all they're good for. We have Warp Fire Throwers, so this actually is that says Flamethrower. I mean, in the tabletop, it's more like a ranged unit. I mean, 80 range, not that wonderful, but rather deadly, I would say, overall. Ammunition, missile damage is pretty darn nice. And since it's burnt at the same time too, pretty even better in flaming attacks, so there's no more regeneration against that, and it's a magical attack too, so I have to keep that in mind. And finally, Rat Ogres. Imagine the Chaos Spawn, and you have that kind of idea. That's what the Skaven Rat Ogres essentially are. Obviously, not great armor, lousy leadership, but they're meat shields. They have a ton of health, and frankly have this nice little frenzy opportunity here too. So, since they're immune to psychology, all they do is just go absolutely bonkers nuts the second they fall below 50% leadership. So I might not even want to start putting them against... what's the term I'm looking for here? Might even not have to worry about putting them against things that overshadow them. What else can I build up? What can I recruit so far? So I can get Skaven Slaves and Clan Rats. Skaven Slaves are more expendable stuff. They are super cheap, which tells you how much worse they are. And I can get Clan Rats with a little bit of experience, so the leadership goes up marginally. And that'd be nice there, too. See what else we got here. So Skaven Corruption. So we can see how corrupt we are across the entire area. And we're going to work on making that better. We'll also see what are the other missions we've got here. So make it better and Stench of Not Failure. So if I capture and occupy a settlement belonging to the following faction, the Fortress of Dawn. The Council of Sounds is down here at my insistence, and over the stench of failure surrounds you. Kill the elf things in our way, and take that settlement. Spray it with your scent. Clan wars must reign here. So, if we are able to take something like Dawn's Light, we're in pretty good position. I think the first thing we'll do is probably attack Vanya here. We got a couple more meat shields. I'm going to see if I can pick up 3 more. Wait 1 turn, then we'll attack them next turn. Of course, we still have the opportunity to just do regular kind of spiffy things here. The stances, so on and so forth. Objectives, we've seen that already, sort of. Or let's see overall objectives. So we have to complete the rituals, which is what we get with Warpstone, and win the final battle, whatever that is. And Domination, I would really prefer not to do this. But I think that's Dark Elves, Lizard Men, Order of Lore Masters. I don't know what those are necessarily. Last Defenders, not sure. Those are High Elves, though. Yeah, I'm doing my best not to do a domination. Diplomacy, no one really likes us, I'm sure. Strength rank, okay, so Clan Mordkin and Clan Molder, these are other Skavens. And let's see if we do anything worthwhile.
I'll not eat you just yet, until we have packed.
Okay, well, we're not going to worry about that for the moment. Screw that. Strength rank, well, they're probably just a little bit, you know.
Fear Lord Critis like demand.
We're doing better.
Should I tell him you said no?
Yeah, screw that too. We're in a defensive alliance with him, it looks like. Is that true? defensive allies of Clan Mordkin. And all we really are doing right now, we're just at war with Fortress of Dawn, so forget that too. And finally, let's take a look at technology. So, ooh, ferocious planes. We get just this like a tech tree up here. So, Clan Rats get super good actually at this point already. Couch replenishment. Numbers beyond counting. Devious plants in the meantime down here. So, oh, this looks like a range kind of thing. So gutter runners and night runners. And harsh quota. So growth and recruitment cost goes down. And as we get further and further over here, I'm sure it gets even better. So ultimate experiments. Yeah, I'm sure we'll get some crazy stuff moving on later. We're going to end the first turn. This is not going to be an exceedingly long initial, I think here. Ooh, but would you able to pick up Vanya on this next one? Ooh, this would be nice and easy. And then she's marching. Yeah, we'll just wreck that. We'll speed this up as well. So we encounter the Manblade tribe. Who are you? Oh, screw that. Definitely screw that. You guys might be asking, why can we only play as 4 races? What happened to the other races of the first Total War Warhammer? Well, I will tell you, they are coming back in an update happening in just a few weeks. In the meantime, though, let's actually pick on Vanya a little bit. She doesn't have anywhere near the amount of troops that we have, and since she marched, yeah, she's gonna get wrecked. Normally I'm gonna skip battles that are this great in our favor. But I want to show you what these guys will look like and really how beautiful some of these models are, or in this case, quite repulsive. We also have the Menace below. So this thing spawns Clan Rats for us. So imagine like zombies, more or less, but Clan Rats instead. And Clan Rats, again, meat shields like peasants, so not really that wonderful. I can increase the number of uses, and I cannot reduce it, so that's good to know. And stands for stalking. We can conceal and ambush any... Ooh, cool. And that's nice. And the Menace below, blah, blah, blah. Vanya, in the meantime, since she's marching, we're going to be tired. And retreat will be impossible, and yeah. We're going to just fight this battle, get on in. Alright, so now we're in on this already. You can see that we have an incredible advantage. There's going to be nothing too really surprising with this. So put the weak Clan Rats up front. Other guys behind. And Warp Fire Thrower, well, we're going to put it smack dab in the center, even though it's probably not the best idea. Mostly because, oh yeah, they have archers. Yeah, screw that. You're going to stay back here. Ogres, off to one side. Those guys are pretty deadly. And you know what? Let's take a quick look at all these models. So, Rat Ogres, these guys have been mutated by the Warpstone that gets stuck in their back, that corrupts them, makes them beastly. They lose their minds, but they're incredibly amazing fighters. The Warp Fire Thrower, these guys are crazy cool looking. Look at this. This looks so awesome. That's Warp Fire in the back of the kind of carrier there, and the gunner up front, well, he's ready to chitter and flame and broil and just cook your enemies into some nice scrumptious food. Clan Rats, not so much the rank and file, but you can see, basically, like I said, should put a piece of metal in their hands, we send them out into combat, and we finally have the Storm of Ratmen behind them. These guys are decent fighters, again, halberds, so nothing too really stellar to worry about, but at the same time, not going to throw them into the fray super easily. I think we'll just plop them off to the right-hand side, or, better yet, one on each side. Put the Rat Ogres in the middle, Squeak right behind, group, start battle. That was really weird. Alright, so that was actually really ridiculous. Probably should reset our guys and actually having a legitimate military formation. Group 1. Group 2. Get back to where you belong, my friends. Stormhammer number 1, be fine there. And Stormhammer number 2. Move you guys right over here. In the meantime, speed this on up. So, again, on the High Elf side, so what do they have over here? Well, they have a bunch of spearmen. They have archers, so that's going to be a bit of an annoying kind of thing to deal with. But, you know, could be a hell of a lot worse. Now, I don't see their unit card, which I don't like very much. In fact, unit details. There we go. Cool. Much better. So now we can see that the elves, they're better all around than us, frankly. Their range is way better than us as well. You can see 180 as opposed to the 80 of my Warp Fire Thrower, so I can't imagine using the Warp Fire Thrower for too much. No, I'm not doing this right. That's fine. We'll just do it this way, I suppose. 1 and 2. There we go. Nope, we're still going to continue to do this nonsense. Screw this. Alright. I was going to be cutesy about this, but not worth it. You guys on the right flank, stay over here on the right flank. You guys on the left flank, you guys are stay over here on the left flank. Now, Rat Ogres coming way out here to the side. Squeak, you can go right behind the front lines. And you can see the flames are, excuse me, the fire is already coming on in. You know, my clan rats are going to be sent. I think just going to send them in pretty hardcore. You guys off to this side. We'll put you guys up here. Put these guys down here. Rat Ogres, in the meantime, charging on in. Squeak, you come on up. And you know what? Let's have my Rat Ogres really hustle it. And these guys can have the honor of the first strike. I guess the archers. My clan rats, in the meantime, are going to be the meat shields that I need in a time that I don't really care about. And where did my stormvermin go? They're back here. So we're gonna, the first fight has already happened here. In the meantime, my rat ogres are going to completely devastate these archers in the background. That's nothing too surprising here. And indeed, you will see that my troops are going to just completely take them apart. 5 kills already on those guys. Actually, our clan rats are doing okay. Surprised by this. Shooty stabby things. Looks like Vanya is just eager to just throw firepower at anything but my lord, which is just fine by me. Squeak hasn't even really been doing any damage. Halberds, in the meantime, coming in around. These guys are completely shaken, completely disturbed. And you, to finish off these archers, please. Thank you. Vanya's winning decisively. Now I can bring Squeak in. He's a good duelist. But maybe I'll just kind of use him to hustle in a little bit of damage here and there. You clan rats, you haven't been really engaged. Let's take you uphill. And finally, put you here. You guys are just ducky the way you are. Dude. Oh, one last bit of fire before they attack. Gotcha. And you can see right here, so the elves themselves are better in, you know, singular fighters, but they're tired, and frankly, they're outnumbered like 6 to 1. Like, I wish I could tell you how ridiculous amount to which they are outnumbered. Squeak, in the meantime, hustle you on in. Let's attack Vanya. And let's see if I can't get a shot or two of flamethrower of the flamethrowers just so I can show these guys off. So that's warp fire right there, friends. And it does an incredible amount. Look how crazy that was. Rat ogres are really off in the wrong direction. Oh my god, that is so cool, actually. Squeak. Bro. Boo-boo. Attack. Probably gonna have you guys get one shot off. No, you know, screw it. Get back over here. That's gonna devastate mass squads. If you can get these guys in range, oh my god, look at this. Like, that's disgusting amounts of damage. Of course, these are also light troops, so maybe not too much to write home about. And you guys just swamp. The Rat Ogres have 99 kills already. Squeak's got a whopping 9. And these guys, well, 44. So that just tells you the relative ability between everything. Speed the sun up. Vanya's going to die. Victory. Yay, here we go. So decisive victory, not too surprising there. It's going to end the battle. Nothing too shocking. So the cool thing about the Skaven with this is that, first of all, we don't really care about food per se, but we're getting more. Excuse me, we don't need really care about money, or we do, but it's more important for us to actually get food, so that way we can make our troops even better. And you see down here, we have sell-off, so we can just ransom these guys. So our replenishment rank goes down, big deal. Enslave, we can gain more food, and we get more leadership, which is even better. Or we can just eat captives and replenish by 7%. That'd be nice and all that, but I don't really care too much about that, so I'll just enslave them. We have more than enough everything else. Yay. And I think what we're going to try to do, first things first, is upgrade. So that'd be nice. So what can you got? Tail Weapon to give himself a little bit more melee and weapon strength. We have Inspiring Presence and Root Marcher. Now, with it at the same time, we can get looter, kind of the same style of things you would see from the original Total War Warhammer. Oh my god, this is so cool. But you also get things later on like Trixie. We get magic resistance, we get missile resistance, warpstone weapon. Ooh, that is so good, actually. Dwarf Gouger. Okay, I get through the quest for it. And these things go all the way up over to, well, standard die, mutagenic elixirs. We'll not worry about that stuff up there for the moment. I'm sure it might be better for me to try to push to pick up some armor and leadership. But I think I want to get Root Marcher first, and we'll get some looting. Screw Ancient Cunning. Forget Bonded Service. That might not be a bad idea either. But for the moment, we'll just take this. I'm stalking still. So, do I want to go and just rest? No. I'll use Underway. So we still have that, which is pretty nice. We'll put you in the trees. And just move to the next turn. Now, I'm wondering, does Dawn's Light have a very big garrison? Right now, if I let them through... Oh, no, oops, Dawn's Light. Spearmen and archers... big deal, we can take that out. We don't need to rest. We took actually a fair amount of casualties on our Storm Vermin, which is a bit of a problem. But what do we got? Yeah, we're not even going to fight this. We're just going to... We can encircle, we can break the siege, so let's just auto-resolve. Some damage, but not too bad. Lost 163, we captured 65, we gained a good amount of food. Now I can raise, loot, and sack. I can loot and occupy. Gain wealth from looting, but buildings in the settlement are damaged, captives are enslaved, public order is greatly reduced, and they are very, very mad at me. So I can occupy it at a higher level. I cannot reduce it. Let's just loot and occupy it. At that point we get more food coming on in, so... Bam. There we go. So, enchanted item gained. Portents of Verminous Doom. It's got a quick head taker. So what does that actually do? -4 leadership for everybody else. From 40... Wow, that's actually pretty darn good. More treasury, get more warpstone. And now we have to go and maintain control of one province. So, Grand Prince of Clan Morse, greatest champion of the longest tail, and Master Gracia Volkskreek, has sent me in his stead. He knows of your dislike of Gracia's. If I may be so humbled as to pass on a message, he tasks you to take the whole problem from the Elflings. Now, my accent, of course, for Skaven is pretty darn bad. But we're not going to worry too much about that. So we'll pick up this as well, and then we'll start going to Tail Weapon to get some more melee attack. It would be a bad idea to do this as well, to get some more leadership. Make examples. Ooh, Frenzy, that's pretty darn awesome. Make examples. Gives me leadership size R is huge. Ooh, and it gives me... I cost fear, too. That's even better. Now, Warlord recruits go up, but Gracia recruits go down faction-wide, so that's a big problem. I can do Life is Very Cheap, which is more armor, and more experience for Skaven slaves and clan rats, which means I'm going to go for a massive wave of everything else. I do Crimson Guard for Storm Vermin, or I could do Public Order stuff. For right now, I was going to take another turn, and I can actually do something over here. So Squeakquel. Where is Squeakquel? Okay, so this might be a another Skaven thing. I don't know. We'll see. Now, Dawn's Light. Do I want to destroy this burrow? No, okay. No, we'll leave it the way that it is. Damaged building. That's what it is. Prepare. What we're probably going to do is finish up this first province, then give it a cut right there. I'm going to post these fairly consistently. Well, quickly at the same time as well. So we've now made it better. Excuse me, make it better. So we have the layers not gone up, which means we can get better things over here. So what do I want to make now? I could do resources for herb gatherers, so I get more production of medicinal plants. I can do this to give me night runners, which are missile infantry, and gutter runners. No, night runners slings. I might want to do that. Advanced military, well, can't do anything until I upgrade again. Defense, well, I could do that, but why bother at the moment? Or I do infrastructure. So Taskmaster's Platform, which increases the public order, but also increases corruption, which is pretty good for us, actually. Rubbish Pit, which gives us salvage, slave wheels for income from all buildings and more corruption, and Rattling Warrens. Nope, I think we're going to go for this, actually. Or do I want to go Clan Pit? Let's do this. I'm making a hefty chunk of money already. Now, Dawn's Light, I wish I could just destroy it and do something else instead. Slave Wharf, nothing too wonderful there. And I can't do this until I get some more population. So where's my population surplus on this one? I cannot find my population surplus. Alright. No change this turn. Settlement upkeep, blah, blah, blah. We'll figure it out. Garrison size? Maybe let's focus instead on Queek. How many more turns do we have to wait? So 2 turns. And 1 turn. We'll just wait 1 turn and we'll move on from there. Recruiting further. So more Skaven slaves. We can bring in Skaven slave spears, which might not be a bad idea. Nothing really spiffy anyway, so I might as well bring in 3 units of those. I mean, clan rats are pretty darn nifty. Yeah, that's all we need, really. Now, I haven't picked any technology, I don't think. Hey, yes, population surplus is available now for southern jungles. That's nice. Which means now I can upgrade Dawn's Light, I would think. And now build a nest lair, which is, I guess, the next level higher? Yes, it is. So 2 population surplus. Now, how much longer before I get the population? I'm looking. Oh, five turns. All right, yeah. You, in the meantime, you have more than enough, really. So let's go down here and finish up Squeakquel. Now, I could be worried about actually puddling and skulking and things like that, but why bother? I need a clan armory before I can start doing anything else, or assassin's hideout. Good to know. Some upgrade available, so I can go and make it a lair where it gives me more income and more warpstone. Let's do that because I need the warpstone. I'm not going to get anywhere close to the first level of the ritual here. And by the way, I'm working toward these rituals, as is everybody else. Everybody else is focusing just as much on top of this. And that gives a great kind of interplay back and forth. Alright, so search any ruined settlement for treasure. 0 of 1. Well, dusty ruins contain warpstone sometimes. Other things may also hide in ruins. Search them, yes, but use expendable serpents. No, not me. Me, I valuable. So, treasure hunting. That must be something that's a little bit newer here. I might be wrong. I don't think that happened in the first one. But let's go check out Squeakquel and see what we got here.
I challenge, kill.
So what do we have? We can colonize it. We can treasure hunt. Let's treasure hunt first. Something good or... Ooh. Holds many secrets, vast riches, and a myriad traps to ensnare the unprepared. The ruins of the city are no different. You discover a hidden treasure vault packed from floor to ceiling with what look like ancient Lustrian artifacts. So we can leave it, investigate further, take them, or sell the location. I think I want to investigate further. So more... Oh, that's pretty darn nice, actually. So I get 50 warpstone from that. That's pretty sweet. Now, got that. What do we have for objectives now? Rule the Southlands and layer expansion. So, rule the Southlands. I still don't have all the vassals or military control. Wait, that's all I have to do is Squeakquel, right? Yeah, I have to colonize that. And yeah, we're fine there. So we'll skip this, and we'll move through to the next turn, and probably just colonize next turn. So I can't imagine good things are going to happen if I try to investigate again. Ooh, the Morlocks are attacking? That's a huge amount of troops. Like, absolutely ridiculous amount of troops. Alright, so at the start of my turn, I have at least 350 warpstone. And Gracier Volkskrieg, so this guy runs most of what we're concerned about as Skaven. Now, other things see the vortex is weak and seek to snatch it from us. Quickly, fools, gather more warpstone. A little bit of my Emperor Palpatine hiding in there. And I can't do it from here, obviously, so screw that. And the faction's been destroyed. So I can occupy it and boost up by the amount of food. It's also going to cost me a number of soldiers as well. So let's try this. I don't know how well this is going to work. Oh, whoa! Cool. Okay, so this is what's going to happen. Yeah, we're about another time. We'll do a commandment in a second. I guess for the Skaven, when you actually colonize, you go actually take out all this nonsense. Oh, wow, you actually lose troops. So I can do the underway to go back the other direction, but I'm actually kind of worried about this Morlock clan right now. That's an awful lot of troops there. Lizardmen. Neutral. Let's see what we can do.
We are strong, loyal, dependable allies. Yes, yes.
Let's just try this. And likelihood of success, they rejected my offer. Fine, I will give you a teensy bit more. Just this once, so don't expect too much from me, boys. We'll give you 1,600. Chance of likely.
Never.
Okay, so guys, expect to see us get attacked the next time by Clan Morlock. But we've gotten an entire area now completely colonized. Let's get a commandment up here. So we got efficient planning for more public order and untainted. Expansionist planning for plus 20 growth and construction cost goes down. Martial planning or exploitative. So we get more Skaven corruption and more food, but we lose taxes on it. Food might not be a bad idea, but I think what I'll do instead is expansionist, for the time being at least. I'm sure somebody out there is already kicking me for doing it this way. And Squeakquel. Make a lair. And a rubbish pit or rattling warrens. Let's do a rattling warren for right now. Oh no, we have a rattling warren over here. No, okay, we're good. We're good. Yes, we're good. All right, folks, thank you so much for tuning on in. When we come back, we'll do more of Squeak head taker. Man, I'll get that right yet. But thank you so much for tuning in. It's been Total War Warhammer 2. I'm Connor, and I'll see you guys all soon. Take it easy.